Forza Horizon 6. Here is what I can and very much definitely can't say. Not only are we going to be talking about playing Horizon 6 early, this insane opportunity that I got, but this video is also going to break down all of the important info. I have friend of the channel, Timothy, collect everything. We've got a fully updated car list. We've got all of the news, all of the features, everything we know about Forza Horizon 6 in this video. But you guys, of course, want to know what I'm talking about. Well, I got the opportunity to play Forza Horizon 6, and I can actually show you guys my gameplay. All of that is dropping on April 8th. If there ever was a time to subscribe to the SidWaj channel and turn on notifications, it's right now. So you can catch on April 8th at 2 p.m. UK time my early access footage of Forza Horizon 6. Hey look, I've got the game early. What do you want to see me do? Leave it down there in the comments. And you know when you can expect content, but that's about all I can say. But somewhere else you can expect coverage of Forza Horizon 6 is going to be on my Sid Plus channel. That channel is all for like infotainment, information, news, new cars in racing games, that kind of thing. This is the entertainment channel, so you'll see me having fun on Horizon 6. But if you want to see more Horizon 6 content, that's the channel to see it at. And that, as well as Timothy's channel, will be not only in the description, but they will have commented. So find them in the comments, drop them a sub. But there really isn't anything else I can say, which is why the Timothy put together every tweet with info on Horizon 6. A car list for Horizon 6. And all those IGN videos that were rather slow and showed stuff that was kind of silly to show, like the S7 driving around and the gameplay wasn't, people weren't really happy about it. Well, Timothy put together a supercut of all just the relevant info. So let's delve into all of it. First, we have a look at all of the screenshots that we got of Horizon 6. The Honda Civic. These are certain ones we've seen in the trailers and whatnot. We've got a look at the stickers on the windows. Now, something interesting as well while I'm here in liveries, and I'm sure this is going to come up later, but liveries have been confirmed that you'll be able to port decals forward from Horizon 5 to Horizon 6. Now, not a full livery, but say you made like the Michelin Man, you can port that forward. Oh, what a shot! We got an STO, we got another Hurricane in the background, something on the right, then a GTR in front of us in that iconic car meet location. Of course, car meets are a confirmed feature. We got the Toyota Land Cruiser, the second cover car of the game. This, which they did go into, and I assume will look at soon when you go through the IGN videos, is the Horizon Rush game mode, where it's kind of more of like a cinematic stuff happens obstacle course kind of thing. Oh, the Yaris, man. What a gorgeous car. With the 86, we got the 911 GT3 RS, the Acura, we got, oh, yes, the past and present style Toge. Some beautiful shots of the scenery. Oh, and then this, which shows us one of the smaller towns in the map. And this is one of the things that makes maps feel brilliant. I mean, as much as they're not often used for much, there's that little tiny town that's kind of below the festival in Horizon 5, and that just adds a lot to me. Like, I know it's a small town that isn't really used for anything, but it's just nice that it's there. We saw these screenshots when the game came out. We got a look at the Horizon Time Attack mode, which is broken down in the videos. The GRGT. Oh, what a car, what a car, what a car. We got the Pagani in the city, Tokyo City. A look at the Sylvia. And let's jump around over to tweets. We're going to be skipping all over the place through the screenshots, through the video, through the tweets, through all of it. First, we have this one showing off the Ram. I remember these first, this was like the first one that dropped like this, where they just show off a car in the area of the new map, and it looks sick. As much as the Ram is kind of like, you know, it's for a specific audience. I don't really care much for the RAM, but it's nice to have it, I guess. We then got this, the updated Aero. Now, we saw screenshots like this when we were just looking at the screenshots a moment ago. This is showing off the brand new Aero, the Forza Aero. This time around, they've been individually set up. As far as I'm aware, it's not just one spoiler put on every car anymore. Then the Acura. People have hyped this thing up, right? It's an Integra, I believe? Yeah, there you go. People are really hyped about this thing. As a Brit, I don't understand the hype too much, but you guys can let me know about what's hype about it. But here's what I do understand the hype about. This modern Civic, the Type R. This thing, I considered buying one of these recently. I wouldn't, but this is another look at it. This one's blacked out rather than the blue one that we saw in the screenshots. We got the Honda Beat, which looks sick, but what they've done here is they've put the Honda Beat here because it's a really tight alleyway. What that means, though, is when you're not in a Honda Beat, the alleyway is just as tight, meaning you can use, like, there's gonna be dense cities. Look at how small that road is. You can drive down that road. There's gonna be cars that don't fit down that road. Oh, there's so much density now, man. So much density. Speaking of a similar type of car, we got the Honda E, which I might be wrong. Was it not said to be a starter car? But the Honda E, it's a nice little city car. It is. If you're gonna make EVs should look like this. It is a nice little bite-sized city car. It's better than an SUV. And with it being a city car, you can see it in Tokyo City. Threw around some of my car, and by car I mean bicycles. This is the one, the i20N. I'm fairly certain the caption for this tweet actually had something to do with it being a starter car, but I might be wrong about that. Here we go. Here's a look at the time attack mode. Of course, we saw a screenshot of the time attack mode not too long ago in the screenshot section. This is them breaking it down. This thing just seems to be like one of the other PR stunts. But the main thing is that you can actually see yourself get faster as there's a leaderboard, and you know, it'll track you based on your last runs. It's a more in-depth PR stunt rather than just being something you kind of drive past and, you know, kind of do while you're driving. This is something you like deliberately go into by the looks of it. There's the leaderboard, which resets every week by the looks of it. Here is some info on the skill points, which I actually haven't heard yet.
And how it's tied into earning and unlocking car perks, multipliers, bonuses, and even exclusive cars.
Yeah.
This time around, however, you'll get a buff on skill points by earning the same skills as other nearby players at the same time.
Our skill system touches
like
everything
tandem
you do.
drifting
If
or
you
drag
smash through a
racing
gate,
with
you get a
them.
record skill, you kind of go faster. And it's a really compelling loop as you just drive and drive around in our game. And we wanted to create multiplayer experiences from our skill system.
That's pretty good. You know, if you're caught up in traffic and your mate's doing it with you, you get a bonus specifically because you're doing the same stuff with near misses or whatever it may be, or destroying stuff, or drifting. If you're drifting with your mate, you specifically get a boost because you're drifting with your mate.
Connect with other players. You're not even. You're just
that.
kind of playing the game near
And I guess
someone
it's fine
else,
to
and
do
just
that with
by
other people
doing
too.
that, you're getting rewarded for it.
Forza Horizon 6's aftermarket cars are an adjacent concept sprinkled.
This is really cool. So the cars you find in the open world, or at least some of the Forza editions or aftermarket.
Part of today's demo, a customized Honda S2000 is sitting near the entry of one
Now
of the
this will be
untapped
interesting
circuits.
because we know some of Forza editions, like the MX-5, but this S2000, it's just an S2000 with a body kit. So is it an exclusive body kit to the S2000, or is it just a already applied body kit that everyone can access?
And there's a car there that's actually going to be a lot of fun to drive. And because that system always looks at the kinds of cars that you can afford, the kinds of the state of your campaign, you're almost always going to see a car that is relevant to the thing you're about to do, and that's cheaper than buying it on the auto shop. Part of the way that
interesting. Here it is, them addressing the desertness of the map. This time around, the map changes way more drastically. Rather than, like he says, moving from a desert to a different kind of desert, you can go from downtown to the suburbs, and it is drastically different. We can jump back into the screenshots and see the same area we saw before with snow on it. Now, we know that coming up is going to be a breakdown of the weather changing system and how it's going to affect players and how it changes how players interact with roads and racing and whatnot. But snow is making a comeback. We're getting snow back to Horizon, and I am really looking forward to it. The fun type of videos you can do with the fact that it's snowing, all of it. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. We've got the boat that we've seen shipped, landed, what's the word? On the beach. We've got, a very customized S2000 with a livery on it, with, I don't think, real sponsors? I don't recognize any of those sponsors, so I believe those are fake sponsors, but I'd be the wrong person to tell ya. But it is a very nice S2000 body kit, the same one that I think we saw on the video just now, but this one specifically with a livery on it. Here's that shot talking about the aero that you guys saw, and of course, the liveries on the windows. What an absolutely gorgeous shot. These roads, It's hard to comprehend that one of these days, we're gonna be driving on these roads. Some of us so... Oh my gosh! It is just gorgeous. And then we got two shots, of course, of the starter cars. Well, we got one of the Toyota sort of posted up. If it didn't look like it was driving, this would just be like POV how off-roaders are parked, how Jeeps are parked in car dealerships. But then we have specifically the GRGT with the Gundam. We know that we're going to be getting a Gundam style. It doesn't seem to be Gundam themselves, but a Gundam style showcase event where we're racing against this thing. But what we know, that we're going to be slowly unlocking higher spec cars as we go. I wonder if that means that this is actually a way later into the game showcase event. Because if we're slowly progressing through the car classes like they talked about, that progression is actually going to build you up to the faster cars rather than immediately start you in supercars, other than the intro, then I wonder if that means that this is going to be a late game race rather than anywhere during the playthrough. Here's more of the tweets looking at the Queen... Oh, I'm going to mispronounce this. Koinobori line in the streets during spring. Of course, we know the weathers are going to be changing. So, interestingly, when they say during spring, does that mean that we aren't going to see these? Like, the minute things like this is going to change during each weather thing? What's the lanterns take during the Sky Lantern Festival? So does that mean limited time? Like, there's going to be specific event-based stuff. Specific time-based stuff, which I think they only started doing in Horizon 5 near the end, right? Where, like, they started adding stuff into the map that's specific to a certain time of year. And there's our liveries meet windows. There's our look at that S2000 and the S2000 with the liveries on the window. Oh, and the MC20, the car that has been leaked beyond belief, as in by Forza themselves, because they have used this car while it not being in Horizon 5. They have shown the MC20 everywhere. This thing has been spammed over and over again. We have seen the MC20, and they finally seem to actually be releasing it during Horizon 6. Here's those two images that we can now see side by side. Thanks to Timothy, who's put them together in the tweet section, where you can see the little village down there, and you can see it side by side going to the snow aspect of it. You can see the fog is way further, where there's more of like a misty feeling in the trees. The trees are derelict here. These sakura trees have fully lost their vibrance, and everything else is autumnal almost, getting ready for after the winter, or before, or however that works. Then the snow covering everywhere. The snow is on the roofs, it's on the roads, it's not on the roads, but it's on the, it's everywhere. And it's even hiding the mountains in the distance. You can see the mountain there, but when you do it like in the snow, the full top of the mountain, invisible. I fumbled through that, my gosh. And before we jump back into the video, here's the Acura NSX. I believe a very modern, like the Type S, is that the name? The Type S of the Acura NSX, which people are also hyped about. It's another one of these shots of it on the map, and it just looks very cool. It is a very cool looking car. It's way more modern than any of the NSXs we have. And we've seen it drag race in the trailers and stuff. But the detail on it is crazy nice. Like, they get up close and personal with this car. They're able to. There was some critiques of the S2000 where people got pretty up close with it and the car model looked a bit This one, you cannot feel that. I mean, look at shots like that, where you're looking at the engine and it is just, my gosh.
And Forza Horizon 6's Japan is Playground Games' largest and densest map to date.
Oh yeah,
We've
indeed it
known
is.
too that Playground Games' version of Tokyo City is set to be the biggest urban space the team
Like
has
5
ever made,
times
and
bigger
5
than
times
anything they've
larger
done,
than
right?
Forza Horizon 5's Guanajuato into 4 districts.
Yes.
First, there are
Cool.
the suburbs. These are quiet and peaceful areas,
I'm so
packed
looking
with
forward
all
to
the
this.
charm of a clean but cluttered, densely populated Japanese urban
Oh
area.
my gosh.
The roads, covered in bike lanes and school markings,
more
stretch out
livable.
beneath a spaghetti
It
of
feels more
chaotic
lived in.
cabling. Next, there's Tokyo City's dockyard, which promises to
Oh,
be an
okay.
extremely
Yeah, I
popular
guess.
destination for event lab
It's gonna
creators.
be that big?
This is a large area that appears primarily filled
Huh.
with containers, though the team promises they've placed ramps and elevated pathways around to facilitate the typical over-the-top driving and stunts.
Oh, okay, we can, like, drive on different... That's sick. Okay, that's pretty
City
sick.
is the industrial area, which is its own island
course.
reached by crossing the iconic Rainbow Bridge.
Of
The
course.
industrial district is also home to Forza Horizon 6's ode to the famous Daikoku parking area, the
Yes,
real-life
indeed.
24-hour
The
highway
iconic.
rest stop that attracts and hosts a regular stream of the coolest cars in Japan, and
We've
has
seen this
become
shot before,
regarded
but it
as
looks
the best
just
car
as cool.
park in the
There's
world.
the MC20 again.
The team confirms this is definitely not the only car park in the game either.
Oh.
Apparently, there are a lot more.
Naturally, and we'll be able to host car meets on them.
But alongside the reappearance of petrol stations on the map for the first time
Finally.
since Forza Horizon 3, they help the world feel more rich and authentically car adjacent.
More, like, people can actually live in that world.
Tokyo City is the downtown area, which contains not only the distinct
my gosh.
neon elements of Shibuya and Akihabara, but also a clean and crisp commercial and banking
Just
area.
amazing.
So even within this single district, there will be multiple different aesthetics. It's in the downtown area that Arceta notes you'll also see more in-world Horizon Festival branding presence.
That makes sense, I
Inspired
guess.
by the sorts of banners and signage a real-world city would hang and display in certain ways if it were hosting an event like, say, the Olympic Games. This actually goes further than just
Oh,
helping
that's
the
interesting.
Horizon
I like
Festival
that. I like
feel
that.
like
It
a
makes
more
the
authentic
Horizon
urban
Festival
event.
side of it. Oh, so this is a look at the festival and it looks amazing. Makes the Horizon Festival side of everything feel more real. That it's like an event that, you know, goes around like the Olympics into these different cities across the world. It's like this year they got the Olympics and this is how they're
Horizon
doing
is
it.
not GTA.
Oh.
By having Horizon infrastructure within the city, though, Playground can keep people in there and safe from cars, but players can still see a populated
Yes,
city.
the pedestrian aspect. Now, the pedestrians are interesting because you can't run them over. That's probably what the GTA mention was. But the pedestrians are here and there. They're just hidden behind stuff. If you didn't know, car licenses recently have stopped allowing pedestrians to be on the actual pavement or in the same space as a car, essentially. You cannot get a car into a pedestrian space. Now, this is a recent thing. You might bring up Need for Speed Unbound. That was basically the last game to do it. The last game to have pedestrians until licenses cracked down. Now, the pedestrians are kind of hidden away. They're barriered off. It's done smartly in Horizon, where it's like, it's just kind of bollards that like a pedestrian could walk past, but like a car can't get into, but conveniently all the pedestrians aren't walking past. They're just staying in their little crevice. It's the best way to make it feel like there's actually people in a map without actually
city.
having people
For the
in a
first
map.
time in a Forza Horizon game, the team
Yes.
building the world itself has been split into two. One
Oh.
for Tokyo City and one for the remainder of the map. According to
Damn.
Arceta,
Wow.
blending portions of the different
Oh,
biomes all over
beautiful.
the map also made them more conscious about introducing subtle differences to define areas which otherwise sit under the same biome umbrella.
So we have.
Bro, this should be the easiest map to GeoGuessr. It should be like, you should see one bit of environment and be like, okay, that's this bit of the map. That's what I'm hoping.
kind of location. Sure, it's the same biome, but yeah, it just kind of led us to all these kind of micro nuanced changes within biomes. So we have our low mountains, which is almost like the glue that kind of ties all the biomes together. You're either transitioning to the highlands, or you're going down to the plains, or you're going up to the Alps. But you're always kind of traveling through low mountains. And there's one of the things that we wanted to tackle to just make sure to give each area its own identity. So if you're going up this one toll gate road, it feels different from the one down south of the map.
Horizon 6, however, is a return to dramatic seasonal shifts that have significant effects
the seasonal shifts, of course. I assume we're going to see the little village transition.
Postcard perfect springs.
I think an interesting thing, and that was somewhat based on the fun that we'd enjoyed with Blizzard Mountain on Horizon 3.
Of course.
And I think that was pretty fun at first, but I think as we found with time that players, they eventually started to grow a little bit tired of all the roads being covered in snow all the time.
That's fair.
So we wanted to kind of learn from that and think, okay, how can we approach what is authentically Japanese, which is a predominantly snow-covered visual in winter in our version of Japan, yet also not penalize players that predominantly want to drive on asphalt.
According to Playground, Japan's
seasons
are filled with tiny details players may not...
The roads aren't going to be fully unusable when there's snow now. It's not going to be like Blizzard Mountain, and maybe not even like Horizon 4. The roads are going to be salted, essentially. You're going to be able to still drive around as you wish on these snowed roads. Even when everything else is snowy, you can still race like it's any other week of the month.
Yes, Playground Games is adding bugs to Forza Horizon 6.
What?
Just not the type that break games.
Did glitches come post-launch?
And one of those touches was water vapor when it gets really cold. I remember growing up in Canada myself, that you just see that exhaust kind of just pouring out all that water.
The vapor out of the exhaust. Yes, I believe there's a screenshot that we'll be seeing about that. But when it's cold, there will be this sort of mist out of the exhaust. There's so much detail. There's the Mazda. There's the Forza Edition. And there's the garage. I cannot wait to do garage stuff. That's going to be so sick. And you can open up
cars. Horizon 6 will arrive with 550 cars on day one, which is the largest number of cars at launch for any previous Forza Horizon game. That number will obviously only continue to grow over the next several years. After all, Forza Horizon 5 arrived with just over 500, now sports around 900.
That's possible.
However, moving forward from the Xbox One and Xbox One X generation of consoles has given Playground Games the opportunity to finally pull the trigger on a number of improvements to vehicles. Improvements which touch every single car.
For example, if you look at our headlights and taillights, we've got a new kind of refraction-based shader on them. Gives them this really authentic look of depth and feel.
Details.
Also with things like where you have polycarbonate style headlights, there's a kind of rainbow refraction.
I know that! The Alpine A110 has that. It's got like this weird effect when you look at the headlights or take a picture of the headlights. It's got this weird like chromatic effect. Here's some more screenshots of the Mercedes with the 911 GT3 RS racing behind it. Then the city. Oh my gosh. Oh my! These are screenshots from the trailer, of course. Little moments that we've seen. And we've got the spec list of the required specs for Forza Horizon, which they also did tweet. You need an SSD, but specifically, if you want to run the extreme graphics, it has to be an NVMe, an M.2 SSD. You need 16 gigs to run the recommended settings, but if you want the best settings, 32 gigs. Minimum that you need. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 if you want to run the Extreme RT. Recommended is just 3060s or the RX 6700s or the RX 9070 for the AMD side of the extreme graphics. Here's what it is, essentially. If you want to look at what your PC is, you can see what you might be looking at with all of this. And the last screenshot before we jump into the tweets and then finish up the video and even talk car list is just a look at the GR-GT. We got another look, this one at the Audi R8, which does look really sick. It's sick to see a German hype car like this in the, oh my gosh, and it's a newer one. I don't know if we have this newer Audi R8 in Horizon 5. We might do though. We got the wide stance. That's a wide stance, my guy. We got the, the body kits and whatnot. the beautiful shot, but this is the tweet version, of course. We got the tweeted version of the specs. There's the higher quality look at the specs, so screenshot this if needed. Some more looks at the environment. It just looks gorgeous. And the comparison between it being in autumn versus summer? Spring? What's the... You know. But you can see, again, the atmosphere changes. This is way clearer. You can see right through the trees, whereas this one, there's a big, thick bit of fog right after the trees. These are beautiful showcases. All the trees going the color. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it looks gorgeous. And there's the mist, the vapor that I talked about. That was in that video of them talking about the different temperature effects. Now the exhaust will have this kind of vapor that comes out of it that is a thing that happens in real life. That finishes up our tweets. And here is the car list. The Acura Integra Type R, to the Honda Beat, to Formula Drift cars, to the M3, the M2 Competition Coupe, the Lamborghini Huracan, the Technica, the Delta, the Lexus LFA Forza Edition, the Nissan Safari Turbo, the Silvia Case Aero, the Time Attack cars as well, the Sierra cars 700R, the Toyota Land Cruiser, the GR-GT. This is the updated list of cars that you can, of course, look at, slow it down. This video will be 1 billion hours long if I went through every single one of these, so instead you can just look at it and see if your favorite car is confirmed yet. We'll have to see what extra cars come out of any early access, but at the moment, this is all we have. This is the updated, there you go, the Trolley Edition POP 50 as well. A very in-depth breakdown of all the cars.
The little tongue, which I think is quite funny.
Here she
yeah, a lot
is.
of the cool,
all
like,
that Mazda, man. All that Mazda. We're back into the customization. They're talking paints. They're talking Forza Aero stuff, how the Forza Aero is unique rather than just the one slapped onto every single car. Oh, it looks beautiful. Looking at all of the detail that they've put in on, and especially on this insane car, this monster of a machine with what, a V10 is that? Oh my word. Twin turbo, of course, with the turbos swapping out for the headlights. I wonder if it's still gonna have lights when you drive it. What a car, this thing. Oh, am I looking forward to this thing. Gonna be my favorite Forza Edition. I hope this thing is overpowered. Like, just a monster of a car. This thing. I hope it is the most insane car that we've ever seen in Forza. It better be the meta. This, the Escargot Forza Edition, should be the new Sesto Elemento. I hope. Fingers crossed. Please, Forza. Please make the Escargot the new Sesto Elemento. They even rhyme. Oh, look at the inside. And then the RX-3 as well, which is the last of the, like, 4 confirmed Forza editions. The LFA is the only one we don't see here. And the RX-3 is also coming back from Horizon 4. It's not actually in Horizon 5. Oh, the garage, man. Oh, can I not wait for the garage. It is going to be so sick to see other people's garages, download garages. I hope you can get legendary Garaja, or whatever it may be, from the garages, if you're able to download other people's layouts and whatnot. That's the kind of stuff that's gonna excite people into making the designs and buying other people's designs. People could recreate iconic things. What if someone made, like, the Need for Speed? What's that one Need for Speed? Where people are real life, where it's real life cutscenes or whatever. What if people made that garage, right? That kind of stuff. Like, make iconic real-world garages that people can then download. And you can do a lot. Like he's saying, you can put stuff through, so stuff can clip into other stuff. It's that sort of, you know, the nonsensical nature of, you know, having a table halfway through the wall, but using it in weird ways. There you go, IGN Neon Studio. You can share garages, or whatever it may be. But having that little clipping feature is going to let people make way more detailed designs, shrinking things, clipping them to make them look like other things. Oh, there it is.
But then they drive off,
talk about the
and
showcase?
there's no incentive to return.
I believe
the
we are.
solution, it seems,
The
is
Rush.
Horizon Rush. Horizon Rush is a new event type where we'll race across wild obstacle courses through some of Forza Horizon 6's most interesting locations.
Yeah.
Each course will be a timed race against the clock, and the stages are split into a bunch of distinct sectors along the route.
Oh my, yeah, this is like a mini showcase kind of thing. Where it's more about, you're not racing something, but you kind of just, it's obstacles.
Competitive multiplayer. There will be 3 Horizon Rush events in total. One in the dockyard in Tokyo City, which demonstrated during my visit, another at the ski resort in the Alpine region, and the other on the coast at a spaceport. Horizon Rush events will sit alongside Forza Horizon 6's 2 traditional showcase events as what are known as milestone events, and they'll be unlocked as we earn wristbands through the career mode. The team explains these events will be bookended by the Invitational event and the Legend Island event.
Oh, and that's it. So, like I said at the beginning, I got to play Forza Horizon 6, and that gameplay is coming out April 8th, and that's about all I can say. Thank you so much for watching. That's going to be about it from me in a bit.